Veterans Day is on the 11th. Members of my family have bravely fought and served in America's military, protecting our incredible freedom of speech and the democracy that encourages us to share different and diverse ideas. My Opa Jack served in the United States Navy during World War II, and he's a hard-working farmer. He loves soft jazz and very, very loud debates. And however, the one thing he did not like much was the Republican platform. And oh boy, nearly everyone in conservative South Dakota knows it. But for the moment his neighbor's tractor breaks down, he was the first one, his Republican conservative neighbor, he was the first one at their door to help them fix it. My Opa Jack knew that people came first. And even though my family was very opinionated, we always knew that we should attack the ideas and not the person who said them. I love to also debate different ideas. And I think that I live with authentic people before politics as my philosophy. This is why I love serving on a nonpartisan elected office where you can challenge and ask hard, honest questions and critically think and not worry about politics. Surprisingly, though, when I was elected, most of the questions that I was asked were, Councilmember Dennis, what religion are you? Oh, Councilmember Dennis, are you a Vikings fan or a Packers fan? Councilmember Dennis, she, her, hers. What are you? Are you one of those damn liberal morons? Okay. So I realized the questions being asked were not what religion I was or what team I loved, but it was whether or not they needed to hate me or not. And this intrinsic desire to judge people is really authentic to natural instinct. Like if you're walking down a dark alley, your reaction is going to be a little bit different if it's Orphan Annie versus Freddy Krueger. So you do need to have some judgment throughout our history of humankind. But today, we don't need that for survival. And most of our judgment comes to promote personal ego and enforce bias and to a desire to fit into some kind of group. Sadly, by tearing down someone, we try to have a false sense of superiority. The conundrum is that today, Thursday, just 2 days after a world-influencing election, the real question is, how can we stop the otherizing? How can we stop erecting the walls and start building the bridges that will heal the relationships? I believe deeply that the key is curiosity, that we need to look deeper and ask questions and get to know people. Let's take a scientific study, for example. A growing number of people truly believe that the world is not round, but the world is flat. And that group says they're the flat earthers. The response to this conspiracy is that often people dismiss or they discredit this flat philosophy by calling the people just uninformed or they're stupid, or worse, they're crazy. And this approach has actually led flat earth beliefs to increase around the globe. According to Forbes article, now only two-thirds of millennials believe that the world is round. Many in the scientific community state that if you want to change minds, the first thing you have to do is deeply listen. You have to take time to reach out and hear somebody And you need to listen with the intention to understand first, to unveil what is fueling the beliefs. To only after we lay that foundation of feeling heard can we start to build the bridges to heal. It's like having the umbrella of emotion. What is under the fear? What is under the beliefs? Find that first. So my Opa Jack would always say, if you kick that turd, you're going to get crap on your boots. Well, I agree. Any old bully can ostracize or call people names that they disagree with. However, it takes true courage and true patriotic strength to extend a hand instead and say, hi, neighbor, I don't agree with you. However, I would love to learn why you voted for that candidate or why you believe that the world is flat. I'm really interested. Or even better still, how about say, hi, friend, I'm curious what you said. I'm curious about what you're thinking and why you feel this way. So let's grab a cup of coffee and get to know each other better. And while we're at it, why don't I help you fix your tractor?